What is up, guys, and welcome back to the KVG Fishing YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over my 3 favorite knots and 3 knots that I think everyone should know. Whether you're a beginner fisherman or an experienced fisherman, hopefully you learn something from this. Fishing knots are one of the most overlooked aspects of fishing because some knots can actually increase your hookup ratios and in turn land you more fish. The first knot that I'm going to be going over is called the improved clinch knot. The improved clinch knot is super easy to tie, and you can tie it on 90% of your baits. It's probably the knot I use the most out of all of them. So for this demonstration, I'm using this 40-pound braided line and the circle hook. Hopefully you guys are able to see it good enough, but we're going to start off the improved clinch knot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this line through the back eye of the hook like that. I'm going to pull it through, and I'm going to get about, 6 inches of line. I'm going to pinch it up at the top here, and I'm going to pinch both this loop and this together. And I'm going to pinch that together with both my thumb and my middle finger, just like so. Just like that, and I like to pull it all together a bit further. And then all I'm going to simply do is I'm going to rotate either the lure or the hook in this case, and I'm going to rotate it about 8 times. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you can see by the hook right there, there's a tiny little loop right there. I'm going to stick the line through there. It doesn't matter which way you go from. I'm going to go from the back, put it through there, and then you're going to go back through this loop like that. And there's your knot. You're going to cinch that down. If you were using mono or fluorocarbon, I would highly recommend wetting it with your tongue and then just cinching that down, else you'll get abrasions in your line right there. But just like that, it's a super simple knot. And I'm just going to snip the tag end, just like that. And there we go, improved clinch knot. Super easy to tie, and it's probably my favorite knot out of all of them. Just because it's so simple, so fast, and I can use it on most of my baits. Alright guys, so the knot I'm going to be showing next is called the polymer knot. Now the polymer knot is arguably one of the fastest knots to tie, and you're going to need this knot if you're doing any type of drop shotting. Drop shotting is a very popular technique used by bass fishermen, so if you want to do any type of fishing like that, you're definitely going to need this knot, and it's a good knot to know just because it's super fast. This knot is probably even faster than the one I just showed you. So basically what you're going to do, the way I like to tie it, is you're going to give yourself about 10 inches of tag end. And this will be more, keep this in mind, this will be more tag end depending on how far you want your drop shot weight to be down, but you can always trim it afterwards. So I like to just have plenty of tag end left over. I like to make myself a loop like that with the main line and the tag end. I like to put this loop through the back of the hook just like that. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this loop, I'm gonna wrap it around, do a simple knot, go back through that loop, go over the front of the hook, slide it back, and then I'm gonna wet it. And then you always want to make sure this little part sometimes gets caught behind the eye of the hook. You want to make sure that's in front. You're just going to simply tighten that down, and there you go. You got yourself a polymer knot. Now, like I said, with drop shotting, what you would do is you have your hook right here, and then you have your line back here. So you basically tie a weight on here and it would be sitting just like that. But if you just want to tie the knot regularly, what you're going to do is just snip the tag end. You're just going to snip the tag end right there. And there you go. You got a simple knot right there. Super fast. If there's any knot from this video that you should learn, it's going to be the Palmer knot that I just tied. Alright guys, so the third and final knot that I'm going to be showing you guys is called the Snail Knot. A Snail Knot is used widely by cat fishermen and bass fishermen that are using Texas rigs. Now the reason that people use this knot is because you can actually get a better hookup ratio. Now this knot, when pulled, the hook is supposed to cam inwards, just like that, so you get a better hookup ratio. The main thing to understand about this knot is that you always want to start it by putting the line through the top of the eye, just like that. Not through the bottom, because then that won't work. You always want to go through the top, just like that. Now I'm actually going to switch hands here, just because it's easier to do it this hand. And I'm just going to pull it, just like that. I'm going to give myself about 10 inches of tag end. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a loop, just like that. I'm going to bring this line back to my thumb, just like that, and make a loop. Now, it doesn't need to be a big loop, just a little loop like that. And now, I'm just going to start wrapping this line. I'm just going to start wrapping this line right around that loop. And I'm going to do about 6 to 8 wraps, making sure that I'm not overlapping the wraps. So that's probably good right there. And then I'm going to want to take this line, this tag end right here, and put it back through this loop right here that I initially made. Now I'm going to pull these both together, just like that, the main line and tag end, and then I'm going to finish it off by kind of just pulling it up. Just going to pull it up a bit like that, and then cinching right here. There you go. There's the knot right there. As you can see, I have the line going in through the front there, and when a fish pulls down on this, it's hard to demonstrate right now, but it'll cam inwards just like that. Now you'll have to just trust me on this, and you'll have to test it out yourself, but that's why a lot of fishermen use it, because you can actually get better hookup ratios. Now I wouldn't use this for every single technique or lure, just for simple Texas rigging and stuff like that. This can be really useful. So it should cam inward like that. I'm just going to finish off this knot here, cutting that tag in, and there you go. Super strong knot and very useful. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of a different video. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I've been tying these knots for a while, so I have lots of experience with them. And yeah, hopefully you guys learned something, whether you're beginner or experienced fisherman. Hopefully you learned something. And if you did, I'd really appreciate if you went down there, hit that subscribe button, and also dropped a like. It really helps grow the channel, and my whole goal here is to help more people get out fishing like you guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.